Welcome you to all. Today we are going to start unit number 4, dielectrics. Firstly we will see what is the dielectric material. The dielectric material is a material which does not allow to pass electrical current through it, but it is placed in strong electrical field. It will show electrical effect. Such a material is called as a dielectric material. There are some examples of dielectric material like mica, paper, water, etc. Now we will see atomic structure of metals and atomic structure of dielectric material. So you will understand the difference between metals and dielectric material. So any atom is consist of the three main things. First, proton having positive charge, neutron. So for neutron there is no charge available, and electrons is having negative charge. So consider a metal. The central part of the atom is called as a nucleus, which is consist of the proton and neutron. Neutron having no charge, so therefore net charge is positive charge. So nucleus having the positive charge, surrounding the nucleus electrons are present having negative charge. In case of metal, the surrounding electrons are loosely attached with the nucleus in case of metal. So therefore these electrons are available for conduction. But in case of dielectric material, the surrounding electrons, they are tightly attached with the nucleus. So therefore there are no electrons are available for conduction. So therefore the dielectric material does not allow to pass electric current through it. Now we will see dielectric polarization. A dielectric is electrical insulating materials that can be polarized by applied electrical field. In last slide we have seen that dielectric material does not allow to pass electrical current through it, but it will show electrical effect when it placed in strong electrical field. So here consider figure number 1. Here there are two plates are available. One is having positive charge and another plate is having negative charge. Between two plates, dielectric material is placed. Inside dielectric material, charge is present having positive and negative charge. When we apply electrical field over the dielectric material, the orientation of the charge will change. Consider diagram number 2. When we apply electrical field, the position or the orientation of charge will change, and the negative charge attract towards the positive plate and positive charge attract towards the negative plate. So therefore the orientation of charge will change and it will show electrical effect. It means that inside a dielectric material, some of the charges towards positive plates, so these are the negative charge and these are the positive charge. It is nothing but the electrical effect. So therefore a dielectric material does not pass electrical current, but it will show electrical effect when it is placed in strong electrical field. Now we will see types of dielectric. There are two types of dielectrics are present. First, polar dielectrics and second, non-polar dielectric. Firstly, we will see polar dielectric. It is defined as a material which has dipole moment, absence of electrical field, or it is also defined as a material in which Center of mass of positive charge does not coincide with mass of negative charge when no electrical field is applied. Such material is called as a polar dielectric. Firstly, we understand what is the dipole moment, or firstly we will see what is the dipole. Dipole is nothing but the two equal and opposite charge separated by some distance. Consider positive charge and negative charge. So these two charge separated by some distance are, it is nothing but the dipole, and net dipole moment is from negative to positive. So this is the dipole and dipole moment. Definition says that a material which has dipole moment, absence of electrical field. Okay, so we understand this concept with the example of H2O. H2O having two positive charge, H is having positive charge and O is having negative charge. So here the center of mass of positive charge is here. So this is the total distance. Center of mass is considered here, and this is the negative charge of O is having negative charge. So here there are some distance between center of mass of positive charge and center of mass of negative charge when there is a no electrical field is applied. So it is nothing but the electrical dipole, and net dipole moment is from negative to positive. So this is the polar dielectrics. Next point is types of dielectric. Second point is non-polar dielectric. Firstly, we will see the definition of material in which center of mass of positive charge coincide with center of mass of negative charge when no electrical field is applied. Next point is parameters of dielectric material. First point is dielectric strength or breakdown voltage. To understand this concept, first consider this is the dielectric material. Dielectric material. Consider we are going to apply electrical field over this dielectric material, and after some time we will increase strength of electrical field. So after some time, as we increase the electrical field strength, there will be breakdown occur in dielectric material. Breakdown occur in dielectric material means the properties of dielectric material is breakdown, means dielectric material is become a conductor. So the breakdown voltage is defined as the electrical strength at which breakdown occur in dielectric material is called as a breakdown voltage or dielectric strength. Here the dielectric strength is defined as V divided by T in kV per mm or volt per mm. Here V is the breakdown potential or breakdown voltage and T is the thickness of dielectric material. From this equation we can say that as we increase the thickness of dielectric material, the breakdown voltage will reduces. Let us see static electrical field. It is defined as the region around the electrical charge where force can be experienced. So consider this is the positive charge. Around the positive charge, consider this is the region. Around this positive charge, we can experience the force. This is called as a static electrical field. So the direction of electrical field is represented by the direction of force. Here this is the positive charge and direction of force is outward direction. Similarly, in case of negative charge, the direction of force is inward direction. Now we will see if two positive charges keep nearer to each other, then what happen? Here two positive charge keep nearer to each other, therefore force of repulsion will produce. Similarly, in case of two negative charge, repulsion force will produce. Suppose positive charge and negative charge keep nearer to each other, therefore force of attraction will produces. Next point is electric flux. Electric flux is defined as lines of force present in particular electric field. It's called as a electric flux. Electric flux is denoted by letter psi. Unit of electric flux is in Coulomb. So at the end we can conclude that electric field is consist of number of electric flux. Second definition is electric flux density. It is defined as amount of flux passing per unit area. Consider this is the area in which number of electric flux is passing. So electric flux density is defined as D is equal to psi by A, where psi is total number of electric flux passing per unit area and A is the area in which electric flux is passing. So the unit of electric flux density is Coulomb per meter square, where Coulomb is the unit of electric flux and unit of area is in meter square. Next definition is electric field strength. Electric field strength is vector quantity. It has both magnitude as well as direction. To understand the concept of electric field strength, consider two charges. First, source charge and second, test charge. These two charges separated by the distance d. Source charge is used to produce electric field and test charge is used to measure force produced by the source charge. The definition of electric field strength is force experienced by unit positive charge placed in electric field. So in this case, the test charge is experience the force. Test charge is experience the force of source charge of electric field, means how much force produces by the source charge is measured with the help of the test charge. The electric field strength is defined as force divided by charge. It is measured in volt per meter. Let us see Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law is used to find out force between two charges. Here there are two charges are used, Q1 and Q2, and these two charges separated by the distance r. Coulomb's law states that the force produced by the two charges is directly proportional to the product of two charges, and it is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So force is directly proportional to the product of two charges, and it is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So here, as we increase the distance between two charges, so if we increase the distance between Q1 and Q2, the force between two charges will decrease. Now we will see next point, electric dipole. As we studied earlier, electric dipole is the pair of equal and opposite point charge separated by the distance 2a. Here Q negative and Q positive is the charge separated by the distance d. Now we can find out the electric dipole moment. It is calculated as P is equal to Q is the charge multiplied by 2a. 2a is the distance between two charge. So here the net dipole moment is from negative charge to the positive charge. So this is the dipole moment, and dipole is the two equal and opposite charge separated by the distance. Next point is dielectric loss. Firstly, we will see how dielectric loss occur in material. We have studied non-polar dielectric material. In non-polar dielectric material, net dipole moment is 0. Consider this is non-polar dielectric material, and we are going to apply the voltage across dielectric material. After some time, we are going to increase the voltage nearer to the breakdown voltage. At that time, inside non-polar dielectric material, generally center of mass of positive charge and center of mass of negative charge coincide with each other, but due to this voltage, positive and negative charge separated by the distance L, and here this is the formation of electric dipole. Due to this electric dipole, the small amount of current is start flowing through the dielectric material. This current is known as a dissipation current. Now we will see how dielectric loss is measured. Dielectric loss is measured how much amount of electromagnetic energy converted into the heat energy. Generally, dielectric loss measured in cables and insulations. So here consider a equivalent circuit of cable, that is RC circuit. This is the diagram of equivalent circuit. Here I have take V as a reference. In case of capacitor, generally in RC circuit, current is led by the voltage in ideal capacitor condition. So this is the current lead by the voltage. The current flowing through the resistor is in phase with the supply voltage, and IC is the current flowing through the capacitor, which is led by the supply voltage. The equivalent of IC and IR is the total current flowing through the circuit I. Now the dielectric loss measure by loss angle tan delta. So here in this case, tan delta is calculated by opposite side, that is IR, and adjacent side IC. So you can calculate the loss angle by using this ratio. Generally, tan delta in case of perfect insulation material is 0, and tan delta is used to measure life expectancy of insulating material.